YouTube has just taken down one of my videos. I explained that I am like the red pill from the movie The Matrix. Laurie McBride's matrix gets stronger every day, and anyone who is red pilled is eliminated so that her matrix can control us all and take from us freedom of speech, our health, our income, and even our lives. The truth is so crazy that only those who have been red pilled can see the truth. If you watch too much mainstream news without tuning into my very important YouTube channel, my books, and my website, then you are a victim of the Laurie McBride matrix and have been programmed to believe lies so that Laurie McBride's matrix can continue to rule over us all, steal our money, steal our reputations, steal our health, and even our very lives. The Jew clones, not to be confused with the real Jews, are part of this controlling matrix, and they are clamping down harder and harder on all our freedoms. In the end, if Loree succeeds in shutting me down, which is her goal, she'll have the whole world under her control, and all truth tellers will be eliminated, either through death, brain control, or imprisonment. Continue to support me via my Amazon wish list. I'll have a link for a web page where I have all this underneath this video, and my Patreon, so that I can stay up and speak my voice and red pill all of you. YouTube shut down my ability to monetize videos in 2014, and now they appear to be attempting to shut me down entirely, because I just got a notice for a video that I made that exposed Loree's takeover of the nation of Israel and her use of Jew clones to steal our money, reputations, and very lives. If enough of you get red-pilled, we may be able to beat the Matrix. I hear a lot of bad stuff about Facebook, but thus far I haven't had any problems with them. Though I'll admit that Facebook seems to cater to liberals, I consider myself a centrist libertarian. Laurie McBride doesn't seem to have as much control over Facebook as she does Twitter and YouTube, who I would describe as part of the evil matrix that controls us all. I actually think the leaders at YouTube and Twitter may be okay, but we have a serious clone and impersonation situation. So basically, if anyone of influence won't cooperate with Loree's matrix, they get eliminated one way or another. Um, and it's and a clone or impersonator takes their place. If my conspiracy law was enforced, we could destroy Loree's matrix. Loree knows this, and that's why it's so important for her to destroy my reputation and take me down. She's easing her way in to take me down totally by first attacking my men and my supporters, with her eventual goal to get me down completely so that I'm unable to have a voice and warn you all about her matrix. She may also be concerned about my Bible for Tribulation Saints audiobook series, which is basically the most important real news from 2012 to 2019 that never gets reported on, and that Loree has shuttled off into no man's land, and I use my YouTube channel to let you hear these ratings at my Patreon. And that may be another reason she wants to shut down my YouTube channel. Bible for Tribulation Saints is like a gigantic red pill for the world. After all, Jesus speaks a lot in there, and he is the source of all truth. Loree, who meets with Satan regularly, just will not have all this truth coming out and exposing her for the fraud that she is. Loree can replace leaders she doesn't like with clones, automatons, or just out and out impersonation. I am the best political leader in the world, and as U.S. Empress, if my conspiracy law was enforced, we would have an excellent national health care plan, pollution would end, war crimes would stop, and money laundering would end, and we would get cures to many diseases created by evil Jesuits. Loree absolutely cannot have this. She is moving heaven and earth to ensure my laws are not enforced. I must be stopped so that she can continue to steal our money, our reputations, our health, and our very lives, and blame all of her criminal work on her enemies so that she can take down her enemies and maintain maximum control over us all. This is not to say that all who follow Loree do this because they're controlled. If you share Loree's greed and you like rape, then you will follow her willingly, and she'll give you all the money and rape you want to reward you for following her. Loree gains her following by appealing to those who love money and rape, and the rest of us who have hearts for truth, true love, and justice, she just puts into her matrix to be controlled by her to ensure that we don't mess up her gravy train. To me, the political candidates who most support me as U.S. Empress are Donald Trump and Tulsi Gabbard, and Loree has her knives out against both of these people. Trump's problem is that his evil wife Melania controls him through regular raping sessions and threats on my life, and Melania is behind most of Trump's support for Loree's military-industrial complex. Loree's going to see to it that Tulsi Gabbard gets nowhere, and she's behind the media blackout that Tulsi Gabbard currently suffers from. Tulsi has some red pill tendencies that Loree hates, and Trump's also red pilled, but his hands are tied because of his evil and jealous wife Melania, who's jealous of me and shares Loree's goals to take me down and shut me up. And I have posted that video which YouTube took down. I posted that at YouTube in 2017. It's at BitChute. I'll have a link for that underneath this video. And the video was about Loree's takeover of the nation of Israel then, and her attempted takeover of the world's major financial institutions and news organizations so that she can have all of you under the control of her matrix. Unfortunately, it appears Loree has achieved her goal, which explains the massive censorship and persecution, Julian Assange, for instance, against all truth tellers. I'm the biggest truth teller of them all, but because I'm viewed as somewhat harmless and crazy, it's actually harder for Loree to take me down. So she's trying to change the narrative to make me appear dangerously crazy when I'm actually the woman with the highest IQ on the planet. They did a test on me, a scanner off at Church of Gale, and I'm the best red pillar out there. Anyways, I've included images of a community guidelines appeal to YouTube to beg them to keep this video up because it's it's newsworthy and they shouldn't be taking down the truth. I don't think Loree's going to succeed in taking down my YouTube channel, which is one of her goals, since Jesus would not give me a Gale commandment to make a YouTube video every week if my channel goes down. But if I'm wrong and she succeeds in taking down my channel, which is the most important YouTube channel in existence right now, you can still hear from me at BitChute and at my website, gabrielchana.blog. She's trying to strangle my finances and make me unable to operate, but the Lord protects me, and those of you who help me via my Amazon wish list are making a big difference. Thank you. I live very tight financially, but I manage my money brilliantly. Those who belong to Loree's matrix are her Jew clones who are impersonating real Jews and people who love money, fame, and rape. Unfortunately, some real Jews have also joined up with her, and because they share her love of money, fame, and rape, they've joined up with her. And I say this with shame as a woman who's literally half King David. I am the most important source of truth out there, and I'm doing the best job of red pilling the world. And Loree absolutely will not tolerate anyone taking down her matrix. But if we don't take it down, we'll just be cogs in this matrix. We'll lose all our autonomy, our ability to think for ourselves, love who we want, keep our hard-earned income from our labors. She's stealing all our money. She's stealing our health. She needs us to be sick to enable her matrix to control us better. And she's stealing from us the ability to choose what kind of life we want. She wants to control us, and if we won't let her, she'll destroy us. She needs to control us because she's evil, and she knows that good people will not support her. So good people have to be in her matrix. If Loree wins, the evil people of the world will rule over the good people. She actually has Antichrist powers, which means she cannot be killed. And this Antichrist seems to be in rehearsals for the tribulation where the matrix is going to be full force. Right now, the true Jesus followers and those who honor love and freedom are doing a little bit of damage to her matrix. Once we go after the rapture, the matrix is going to come back in full force. In the meanwhile, make sure I stay up so that I can continue to red pill all of you and so that we can damage Loree's matrix. In other words, support me at Patreon, support me through my Amazon wish list. If Loree has not hit your health, finances, and freedoms yet, it might be because you're too much. It might be because you're too much like her, and therefore you're not a threat to her. But if you're not like her, she's going to force you to comply to her wishes by putting you into her matrix, which she uses to control the world. She has mind reading technology and can assess who needs to go into her matrix. The rest of you, she keeps using bribes and paying you off to cooperate with her. Or if you're a coward, she uses extortion to threaten you into silence or conformity to her. Using her mind reads, she determines the most effective methods to control those who are not like her. You know, the stuff I report on seems crazy, but then what seems normal is all a lie. In fact, I would go so far as to say that if you don't believe in the existence of clones, nukakis, which are nuclear bombs with Jesuit seamen in them, a Jesuit space fleet, the Church of Gales spaceship, and that I'm the US Empress, etc., that Loree has successfully blue-pilled you into believing her illusion or her matrix, which is a complex network of lies that Loree must maintain to ensure her control over all of us. You are a cog in her matrix. You're a cog in her matrix. The truth is all the crazy stuff happening that Loree doesn't want you to know about so that she can continue to keep you in her matrix. And here's my Amazon wish list. I'll have a link to that underneath this video for those who want to help me out. I live very tight because Loree's cut off a lot of my financial support like she does anybody who won't cooperate with her. So, anyways, folks, um, we are all being duped into believing a bunch of lies. And I think anybody with half a brain can tell that mainstream news is not reporting the truth.